Alright guys, we're back. We got our tier 2 with our mini excavator. I had this set up already started recording, and I just, usually you can glitch the large excavator in through here. I was trying and trying and trying. Just, it just wouldn't go. So I was like, whatever. Um, I also skipped through season 1. Um, as you can still see, we're in season 1, day 3. So I did not skip this time through. You're better off skipping. The reason why I didn't is just pure time. It does take time. Um, and for people that don't like to take big loans and everything else like that, it's probably the best way to go about it. Because then you don't have to take such a big loan. So I still took the loan. I took it six thousand. Sorry, I'm trying to get my. Go. I took it for 6,000. Um, and I only took it for 3 days. So this way, we're not paying a crap ton of interest. Uh, Best thing I could say is if you're not comfortable with digging with that big of a, with big loans, I mean, to me, 6 grand for 3 days, that's like, with the interest and everything, it's like 2,000 and something dollars a day, which is only a couple of ounces. So to me, it's no big deal. When you get to the bigger loans, however, it could be like uh, a couple 100 ounces that you have to dig out a day. Which, once you figure out the game and get digging and get comfortable with how much dirt you can throw, you know, 500-600 ounces a day is really not that hard. It might be a clean out and a half. So, but with the tier twos, I'm comfortable. I'm pretty comfortable with the whole game. It's just my delivery on explaining things sometimes ain't the best. So, but we'll try. You guys have any questions? I know this episode's uh, all over the place. Like a little bit of the beginning, a little bit of now what's going to be the middle, and we're going to be here on tier two for a while. Um, I like digging tier two, always have. Just like the able to just pick it up and move it, and put it wherever I want. Um, when I play just to play, I usually build a crazy setup with tier twos. I call it a tabletop. Um, so I'll put like 4 of them together. It's not really feasible in the aspect of the leaderboards, unless they actually brought like a real hardcore leaderboards to the game where they actually change the dirt and make it like it is in hard mode where there's barely any gold. Um, and your breakdowns happen a lot more. Ooh, that wasn't fun. It just lost me a bunch of dirt. I'm gonna have to move my excavator. And I was all comfortable and like, oh, let's get resituated here before we get stuck. Oh, of course, and we get hit with the saving. Yeah, see, I'm not going to be able to reach it now. Come on. I should never have dug behind myself. That's my fault. I know better. Basically, should be able to pay off my loan, if my math's right, within a couple of buckets on this tier 2. And then we'll be loan free. The only thing we'll have to worry about is the $600 rental fee on the small excavator, which we're probably just going to use, and I'm going to take the bullet and have to pay more for the large. Or I might just save up some money, give it back, get the drill out the claim, and then go up into the waterfall with the tier 2 and pull enough money to get us a 3.5 and start running some real dirt. Stop playing and start jumping up there on the board. So it should be like, I think, it's been so long. Maybe a couple of good clean outs on some good squares should give us about 5, maybe 600 ounces of clean out. Which right now, if I could get up to even being able to take a big enough loan for tier 3, getting some really nice big clean outs, that's what we'll do. This first map, I think we're just gonna top dig it. I don't think I'm gonna try to do too much prep, just to try to get ahead. Hopefully when I drill it, there's not a lot of overburden. But I'd like to be set up, throwing some good dirt, just basically relaxing, because once you get to the 3.5, it's just all about the way that you dig and how comfortable you are with your loans and everything else. 5. Now it's taking me too long to get to the plant. I can move up here. What's that one? Alright. This ain't on, but go. So we're one bucket down. Yeah, set it up so that I can get over here, sit almost next to the tier 2. I'm losing a lot of dirt. I'm not bringing the bucket up high enough. There we go. Basically, you don't want to see any of those big balls roll off the top, because that means you're deleting dirt. You want to be up high enough where they break through and go in. You want all the big round dirt clumps to go into the machine. Although it'll find dust, that don't really mean much. It's those big old round things that are sitting in your bucket that count. Oh. Come and scrape this clean. Didn't get much there. This clean. It'll be so much better once we can get this tier 2 off of this incline. Try to get as much of this as possible. I know the better gold is usually in the center of the hog pans. So, as there is gold in this dirt, but it ain't the best. There's usually only a small little section that gives you a good amount of gold. I'm losing a lot of this. How's everybody's Friday? Hope everybody had a good day at work. I'm lucky enough to have off and just sit here, hang out with you guys, and dig some dirt. Other than that, ain't too much going on. I'm gonna upload this video and probably drop it for today. So I'll dig a little bit and then do everything I gotta do, take a little break, get a snack. I did upload another episode 13 of my garage, and that'll be getting released tomorrow. So you'll get the first episode of Gold Mining Sim tonight, Bigger Friday, second day of leaderboards. Probably a good time to drop that. And, you know, get to see how Big does it. So it's a pretty casual. I try to dig at the same speed. By far, I'm not the best, but I ain't the worst. And that's pretty much it. I've been around the block or two. Those grapefruits, they'll tell you all about it. So we're looking to move. I've been looking at some farms. Got my eyes playing. I got my eyes on one farm in particular. Really like it. Just going through all the hurdles with looking into property. Not even getting full buckets. Wow. You seen that clump that's just chilling there? That's what I mean by making sure you get it all. I'll undermine this a little bit. So when we give her a little shove so we can hook it up to the pickup, goes pretty easily. 55%. There we go. I did it again. Get her up there. You want to try to keep this thing slap full, but with the reach of this Mini and how small the bucket is, keeping her slap full kinda hard. The large excavator does it like 2 full buckets. Gives you more than enough time. Starting to get into that good stuff. And try not to do 360s like I'm doing. It takes you too long to get back and forth from where you're digging to the plant. I'm just trying to get as much up as I can. Because this is basically gonna pay our loan back. The big money for us is gonna be up there in the lost track of thought. Up in the waterfall. Wow, I have no idea why it took me so long. I'm gonna just go with it's too early in the morning, my brain ain't working. Ain't had enough crack coffee. There we go, there's a nice full bucket. Just keep digging. Get this to 100%. Then we'll do a 2 bucket clean out. And we'll come back to digging in the waterfall. That's my plans anyway. If you've been listening to me this long, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. It'll help me out. like I said, don't mind the digging strategy. It's just for the hog pan. I dig a lot more uniform and more planned out. I'm just trying to get through it. I know this ain't the best, this isn't the fastest way of doing it, but moving to tier 2 a bunch of times isn't that fast neither. And if the plant's running and it's processing dirt, it's processing dirt. That's the way I look at it. And I know there's many people that'll yell at me and whatever. Built Bree, that's what the comments are for. Blast me. It's all good. Or you can give me tips too. You know. But we almost cleaned this whole thing out. I'm just not getting enough dirt. Deleting more dirt than I'm getting in my bucket. There's a percentage. Low fuel. Yeah, this stuff's just so thin, it's so hard to get a full bucket. Alright, let's go. Oh, I actually thought that was a good sized bucket. It only gave me 4%. Oh, we're about halfway done. Let's go over here and try to get a full scoop. This should finish her off. Oh, can't get it high enough. Come on. 99's good enough for me. Come on, hook up. Let's see what this does. There we go, 4 ounces. 8, nice. Now we're moving. There we go, 20 ounces. That pays off the... Nice. $40? Oh, so close to 40. Alright guys, I'll show you the leaderboard one more time, and I'll finish this out and figure out what we're going to do next. Probably going to get the drill and start drilling the claim and drilling out the waterfall so we can start digging that, and over there we should get probably about the same. So let's check the leaderboard real quick. Yeah, we're coming. We in 12th spot, which doesn't really mean much right now. I mean, it's only day 2, but we're making some progress. We're coming. Alright guys, you have a good one. And I look forward to y'all checking out day 2's video, which is gonna be exciting. It was nice hanging out with you. This is Big FD. If you like the content, please hit me with a follow. Turn on the bell notifications. Say what's up, how you doing in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you later. Welcome in guys. It's Big FD. And we are playing Gold Mining Simulator. Leaderboard 34, Hardcore Edition. As you can tell, we already started. I've had some technical difficulties with the starting of my episode. We have already unearthed 3 ounces of gold, but we had to pay an ounce towards rent. Currently at 40% on the hog pan. Trying to get enough gold where I can get into a tier 2 and start digging the rest of this lovely hog pan out. This will be my first time playing on PC and not sharing it with one of my boys. So I'm looking forward to see what kind of numbers I can throw up. I've done good in the past sharing with the kids, and it's just trying to be competitive, it's rough. But now we got our own rig. We're taking a break from my garage. I still have episodes that will drop during the leaderboard. And, you know, as we get later on into the leaderboard, and I feel that I'm comfortable enough to take off a night and do an episode of my garage, I will. But I got some already set up to trickle, so you guys will get extra episode or two during the week. I've been trying to drop at least 2 a week with work and everything else, and now doing 2 series at once. I must be a madman because I'm just starting to get used to everything as far as editing my own videos and trying to figure out names and whatnot for the episodes. Like, we're getting there. We're getting there. Baby steps. Baby steps. But that's enough about me. How are you guys doing? I'm recording this. It's Thursday night after work, so I don't know how long I'll be on for. I am off tomorrow, Friday, and then I got the whole weekend plus Monday, so we're probably going to hit this pretty hard and try to keep up with the boys. There's a large group of us that play this. Probably know a bunch of them. Of course, you got the King Troll, my buddy Rasher. You got the ball busting Billy Bob, which I don't think he's playing this season. I think he's about gold mined out. You got legends like Old Man Gaming, another good lad. You got Wolverstein. You guys might know him. He likes to call his chat legends. He's another good guy. Then you got Cass. It's another legend. Another good guy. My good buddy, Mr. Towboat. And of course you got the guy over here on non-DLC, which I'm sorry, that's what we're playing. We're not playing on DLC, we're on non-DLC. Cap. He's been holding it down pretty much over here. He said he wasn't going to play, he needs a break. That man can dig too, and he does it very neatly. I gotta give the props out where they're due, you know what I mean? So, and to those who I didn't mention, I'm sorry. It's just, there's a lot of us. It's a very good community. You guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll help you out. I've been around the block. I've done more of my share of leaderboards. I've called out some legends and regretted it, but I can hold my own. I'm not afraid to throw the dirt. It's a lot better than what I'm used to throwing. I work for a water company, but I work in the sewer aspect of it. So throwing dirt's nothing when you deal with sewer all day long. So I work in deep lift stations that carry the sewage down your streets into the sewer system and pipes it out to the sewer plant. So those lift stations usually last about 30, maybe 35 years. And then a team like mine would have to go in and rebuild them. So that's what I do. And it's not a clean job. But we got a good team. You know, we have our good days and our bad days. It's just like anywhere else. But for the most part, we all get along, bust each other's chops. I bring in cookies for the guys. The old lady loves to bake, and she bakes way too much. So there's that. Basically, we're like a bunch of kids, and it just makes the day go by easier. And if anybody works in construction and they got a good crew, they already know what I'm talking about. We work hard, but we play like children all day long. It's just makes it easier, makes the day go by a lot faster, you know what I mean? I will check in on the board here in a couple minutes. I haven't even looked, so I don't know where I'm sitting on the board. I started, I want to say in 30th. I think that's where I was. I know the DLC board's usually a little bit more hectic. And if this board slows down, then maybe we'll jump over there. I wouldn't mind getting a tier 6. I like digging with the tier 6. We don't get that over here. We only get like a 3.5. 4.5. I forget what the actual it's called. I think it's a 4.5. I could be mistaken. It's been a while since I played over here on non-DLC. But this is what we're doing. Digging, digging, digging. Moving the dirt. Shovel the dirt, dump the dirt. Shovel the dirt, and dump it. That's it. Ain't nothing flashy until you get to the bigger wash plants and you get nice big clean outs. And stack up a couple clean outs and then do a big wash out. Which is probably what I'll do with this series. I'll probably dig for the whole episode. Try to keep the conversation going. This way you guys got something to listen to. I know with my my garage episodes, sometimes I just get into it and don't even realize I haven't talked in 2-3 minutes. But starting out, being used to streaming and hanging out with a bunch of guys just shooting she's, you get used to taking turns bickering back and forth and all that. So there's that. But yeah, I'm gonna put a good night's effort in tonight And I'm hoping I could do tier 4, or tier 4, uh, tier 3 before we call it, but like I said, I worked all day long, so you never know when the old eyeballs might just start falling down and going, nope, we're done, big, bedtime. Just digging and digging. It's crazy. Just trying to think about how long we're going to be in this hog pan for. I'm thinking like maybe 3-4 hours. Really wish we get through this sooner. I need a bigger shovel. Bigger shovel would be so nice. Uh-oh. Well, that ain't good. Well, I guess we'll finish this up. Go get us a gas can. We ran out of gas on our pump. That seemed pretty quick. 50. We gotta smelt some gold anyway. Might as well smelt it before we do the next clean out, because what we have is ours. There we go, we get yelled at. Turn that off. Wait for the autosave. Let's, oh, we can't go through there. So once we get out of here, we'll start digging down there in the bigger claim. And that's where the real gold comes from. This here is just going to be tiny little tidbits. Turn on these headlights. We don't want to be hitting no animals. You never know, a grapefruit might jump out. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you hang around the channel enough, you'll understand all about the grapefruit. That's a throwback from when I was streaming. So what happened was we were talking and I want to say, you heard that through the grapevine, and it came out. Yeah, I heard it through the grapefruit, and hanging out with a group of guys, and sometimes a few of the ladies. That didn't go over too well. So it's just one of those things. And uh, don't worry if you don't understand a word or a saying I say. Just put it in the comments. I'll explain it the best way. That's going to be your best way because until you've been around for a while and heard me talk or hear me talk, um, there's just certain words that I say that most people go, "What?" So don't feel bad about it. Just leave a comment. I'll give you the definition. You have enough to pay off the loan that I took, so we can pay that off. This will help us get a fatter loan. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to smelt this gold. And it's going to take 15 minutes. But for you guys, it's going to be like 30 seconds. So I'll see you in a couple of seconds.